Guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So I guess 50% support EZA characters, the 50% like type support characters got their EZAs, although they're pretty good. Let's just say that I think all 10 seems like they're actually going to be very capable characters that we'll be able to get heavy value out of. We're going to start with Rilldo here. Now, in terms of his build, this is what we're working with. A lot of these characters, I actually already... I was surprised when I EZA'd them, I went to check the builds first before we jump into all the videos. I changed a couple of them, but in terms of equips right now, I'm in a very scary spot where I don't really know what's going to happen moving forward with equips. So I'm very hesitant to just toss out all the dodge equips. I mean, I would love to have every single one of all 10 of these characters have 30 dodge, but it's just not real. I can't. So, I went with this right here. Rilldo does get 50% attack and defense on his super attack effect, so that could be pretty good. I mean, I look at Rilldo as, he's only got 3 categories, dude. Artificial Lifeform, Terrifying Conquer, and GT Bosses. So, it's like, giving him additional or crit, I feel like what actually makes sense, because the GT Bosses team, I mean, it needs damage, but I mean, it's not real. It's not a real team. It's a figment of our imagination. Let's just hop into a fight. I think we're going to jump into Red Zone Goku Black with the GT Bosses team. Let's sort of test out how good Rilldo's going to be for us. All right, guys, we're going to jump in just like this right here. I'm going to bring Metal Rilldo here. I mean, this guy is a literal zero. We just need to pray. The problem, GT Black, like, this is not a real team. Anytime I see anyone talk about Omega as anything, it's just like, stop. We gotta stop. Because, like, this is not gonna go very well, probably. My plan is to do a long video for, Omega probably tomorrow. I would have done the long video for Omega a couple of days ago, but I was waiting for this Rilldo. Rilldo, I do legitimately think is a nice addition. I mean, this is just death right here. If Goku Black decides... Bro. Alright. See, this is why GT Bosses sucks. Is because it's like, you run Earthbred Fighters, and it's like, you got 23rd World Tournament Goku, you got Bulma, you got God Goku, you got LR Future Gohan. Like, you just got option after option after option. You could cycle in options for fights and stuff like that. I mean, we don't really have that here. Like, we kind of need a Sin on the team. And it's like, I was thinking about running, what's his name? We have too many Rainbow Orbs, by the way. Oh my god. We have well, I gotta clear some of these, bruh. We gotta clear. There's actually way too many Rainbow Orbs. It's way too much. Okay, we're okay. I was so nervous we're just gonna load into death right here. But it's like, I mean, these... Like, we call them the 50%. I mean, they're the 60% supports now. I mean, this Rilldo, these characters are good. So, it's like, I'm not really super worried about going into, like, a fight like this. And these are not characters that... I'm not doing a world tour for all 10 of them, right? Like, we could maybe do some stuff, take some of these characters into different spots. But, I mean, we're not, again, taking every single one into, like, all these fights, like, for full world tours and blah, 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 blah. So, I just... I'm just glad that Sin did not get blown away, and we're not going to begin a roulette of pain. So, alright, so this is going to take us to Rilldo here. Really good rotation right here at the start. I mean, Rilldo, we can just rock him right in slot 1. I mean, we can do this. Here's the thing that works out well for GT Bosses, is literally, these are the 3 best characters right here. Rilldo, Omega, and Baby. I mean, it sounds crazy to say, but this is probably how good they are in order, too. I mean, I think Rilldo... Well, I mean, Omega is at 400k right here, huh? I mean, okay, so... remember, Rilldo right now is giving 60% support. Like, Rilldo, the impact he's going to have on this team is actually a pretty big deal. He's going to be creating EGL orbs, which potentially could allow him or Omega to heal the team a lot. I think all these 60% supports, their stats are just so high that we're going to be able to potentially heal a lot. So I think potentially investing in the Goku head symbol could be smart for some of these support type characters, right? Could be really big. Now, one of the big things you have to keep in mind is they have this ability, all of them have this, they guard for 4 turns if there's 3 or more AGL type allies in the team, which we've got with both Omegas and Baby. Bam. And so Rilldo is guarding. I would like to move as fast as possible here, but guess what? We're running GT bosses. Ain't no moving fast with GT bosses, kids. All right, that's not how it works. What is our defense? We're at 379k right here. Remember that Rilldo, he gets 50% attack and defense per key sphere obtained, and then 20% attack and defense extra, and then a 10% chance to crit per EGL key sphere obtained. We didn't really have that many EGL key spheres. We were a little bit overloaded with rainbow key spheres, right? So our stats certainly could be much higher, but remember, we are guarding. Takes a little bit of damage right there. 5 million. I mean, certainly not the craziest first turn. He gets 50% attack and defense from a super attack effect. Oh, yeah, we should eat this very well. Well, not really. I mean, I guess... Alright, I mean, I guess having a lot of... that's good. Well, okay. That's good, because Goku Black obviously does hit very hard, but... I mean, we obviously would have been looking a lot better if we had been able to get much more of those AGL orbs. That could be the thing with these characters. I mean, right now, I think in the current environment of the game, many of these characters, these 50% supports, well, 60% supports now, I do think they probably are going to be good enough to go slot 1 in many situations. Okay, well, that sucks. Huh. Can he lit? Huh. I mean, see, this sucks, because we're going to lose a lot of stats, right, from Shadow Dragon, but I can't, I mean, this Rilldo, he's here to kind of, like, you know, just, like, I don't know. Like, it's like, who else are we going to bring right there? Like, I figured maybe you could bring him, you know, he is a GT boss's support. I mean, I guess maybe we could have brought, like, well, EGL Super 17 wouldn't work. He gets diced up by Int Goku Black. It doesn't really matter. Like, all of these GT bosses characters are complete fodder, right? Like, they're all shit. They're all going to get crushed. Wow, dude, okay. I mean, that's... sure. There's nothing there was nothing we can do about that besides hit and potential system dodge. And again, the GT boss is not a real team. I mean, I guess we could take Rilldo to... I mean, I guess we could run him on Terrifying Conquer, led by Piccolo Jr., I guess. I mean, we would still be able to get, like, Golden Frieza, Baby. It's... Yeah, because, I mean, remember, it's another 3. Let's just hop right back in. Hopefully we have another Omega. But, I mean, again, that's the other thing. Again, GT bosses, I will repeat this. I mean, you know, we're going to have a 0% win rate or a plus... Oh, I'm sorry, that's it? There's no Omegas on the list? Okay, well, I mean, that's, we didn't get very much footage, but again, GT bosses, I cannot emphasize enough, is not a real team. It's not a real team. It's not a real team, but they keep kind of forcing it on us. What is Piccolo Jr.? He also has giant, let me just quickly, I'm gonna figure out where we want to go next. So Piccolo Jr. is Terrifying Conquer, he's Gifted Warriors, right? And then he's giant, right? Am I? Maybe I'm mixing up. Maybe, does he only have 2 or 3? I can't remember actually. Yeah, he does. Okay, yeah, okay. I was right. I hesitated and didn't believe myself for 1 second. All right, let's take a look here. So we could bring Rilldo, we could bring Golden Frieza, we could bring Baby. The problem with AGL, we could bring AGL Zamasu. I guess, I mean, obviously we would. Is that we wouldn't have access. Remember, Tech Fusion Zamasu is not on this team. Regular Zamasu is on Gifted Warriors, but Tech Fusion Zamasu, like the Fusion Zamasus are not on Gifted Warriors. That's pretty much what we'd have to do. I mean, there's not other options. I guess we could bring TUR Golden Frieza. I mean, Baby Genem is a dodge character. Yeah, because I do feel like that is going to be a huge strength for these supports, is having that guard activated for the first couple of turns. I guess, I mean, we went into one real fight, and, you know, of course, we instantly get sunned. Goku Black, I feel like, doesn't usually super every turn the way he did right there, but we'll probably do one more run of GT bosses, and then maybe I'll jump to my juniors team. I mean, again, this kid has 3 categories, dude. Like, it's not, you know, like this, the GT bosses is what he buffs, but I mean, we saw what happens when you use GT bosses. All right, guys, we are back in another run here. Let me regain my composure. So we're fighting Red Zone Cell Max now. Well, we're gonna have to do this. We do not have slot 2 characters. Actually, you know what is a bigger concern here, too, looking at this, is, again, Rilldo does want to get EGL Orbs to obviously help out, because he gets, what is it, 70% per EGL Orb. He's only getting 50% per regular Orb, but we at least were able to get quite a few. It's up to 500k defense right there. I mean, yeah, he's too strong for Red Zone Cell Max. This Rilldo is good, but I mean, he's locked to a candy ass team, man. Like, this GT boss, dude, we can't do anything with GT bosses. It's impossible. I mean, number one, like, oh, let me just go run out into my store and pull up the laundry list of Omega friends. Oh, they don't exist, man. Like, I want to do a long video for Omega. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to, all right, get Nano on the phone. Nano, man. You know what I need? I do need your Omega on the friends list, right? I gotta hit up Diddy. I gotta hit up everyone. Like let me get some Omegas, man. Like, that's the only thing we're gonna be able to do. I mean, at the very least, I guess for a video like this, I mean, these initial showcases, the point is I do want to kind of look at the stats of the character more so than, like, you know, like, all right, like, we're super serious, sweaty headband on, like, we're getting the no item run right here, right? Like, we're just trying to see what Rilldo himself is actually putting on the table for us, putting on film for us, so to speak, right? So, I don't know. I do think that Rilldo is actually pretty good. Again, he may be the best character on the team. I mean, I don't know. We probably got to say Omega, because Omega does have a revive, right? Like, the only possible way we would ever get a W over any of these big fights, you know, Omega's revive would be factored into that a lot. I mean, and then, of course, you know, it'd be dodging, like, full dodge build in the whole team and dodging every super attack that would come in, because the GT boss's characters are just not capable of tanking super attacks or dealing with super attacks in any fashion, really. Right, like, I guess maybe some of the physical characters against int fusions also, because they got type advantage, right? Just take any of the big bosses type neutral, and, like, all of the GT boss characters are folding against any type neutral of the big bosses right now. So, I don't know. I mean, I certainly it is still nice. I want to be positive that some of these characters are going to be nice to have for many teams, right? AGL Pan seems to be quite an explosive character. I think Kabe is going to be effective. I think Physical Super Boo could be really crazy down the line, right? I mean, I would say with certainty we're going to see STR Vegito and Physical Buhan EZA in 2024. And that Super Boo is going to be primed and ready to go. I mean, you know, I'd love to get Rilldo AGL Orbs. Are we just getting unlucky? Or, like, right? Like, are we just getting unlucky with the entire field is Rainbow Orbs, man? What? Well, dude, like, like, okay, like, I know we have a lot, we do have quite a few rainbow orb changers, but, like, have you, like, look at this. The whole field is literally rainbow orbs, man. What the hell? What? We can do multiple different 5 rainbow orbs. I don't know. Craziness. All right, can I get, like, some actual, yeah, the best we can get is 6, man. Like, I'm trying my best, I guess. I don't know. I mean, people, like, hear me ranting about GT bosses, and, like, they act like I'm making shit up, man. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, Rilldo's gonna be solid for sure, right? Like, we got, I mean, he's given the EGL characters 60% support. He gets all the stats from Rainbow Orbs, and again, these guys that, you know, they can crit if they're gonna get their same type orbs. One thing we haven't seen yet, I really should get this on sort of tape here. I guess maybe we'll try and go back into a Dismal Future Red Zone fight, but, like, the problem is it's not, like, it's hard to get whittled down in there with GT bosses, right? Like, what really is going to happen is just instantaneous death, which is what happened to us already. You know, like, I would like to take this damage, because, okay, so when we fall below 50% HP, Rilldo, and there's another 2 or more extreme class allies on the team, right? So for the villains, as long as there's a couple more villains, and then of course for the super class characters, as long as there's a couple super class characters, if we fall below 50% HP, Rilldo will change the entire field into EGL orbs, which will be pretty good. Can I get away with Rilldo in slot 1? Maybe. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try and put Rilldo in slot 1. We might die right here, but I mean, again, we're running GT bosses, guys. Like, it's death is what awaits us. Okay, we're not supering. Okay, dude, sure. Whatever, man. Now he's not super. Now we're not supering now. Are we? Bro, all of my anger is just placed towards GT bosses. Are we, like, okay, it's, wait, what is the wording? 50% or less. So we should be good. Certainly we are not at 51% HP, right? Like, we are literally at 50% HP. If Baby eats this, which he does, okay, this will do a little bit of damage. Okay. So for sure we're gonna have the ability activated. Oh no, it's double digits actually. Bro, are we, because Rilldo is supporting. That counts. That counts. Don't mess with me. That counts. No, it doesn't. Nope. No, we're above 50% now. God damn it, dude. We're above 50%. I hate this. I hate this. I hate GT bosses. I hate everything about the GT bosses team. I hate Omega. I hate Omega. I hate them all. I hate them. I don't even know, man. This is just so tough. Dude, like, some of these characters, man, like, we're gonna be running, like, Kabe and Gohan. Like, this shit's gonna be easy, man. Like, we're gonna be laughing, smiling. But, like, ain't nothing easy running GT bosses, man. It's not. You know how difficult it's going to be to fall below 50% HP? I'm so serious. Like, just falling below 50% HP. We're not guarding right here, but I think Rilldo should be able to handle it fine anyway. Like, it's going to be so tough to fall below 50% HP, man. It's either, because all these characters suck. It's 100% death or 0 damage. It's like all we could take. It's either all of our HP in one hit or nothing. That's all we can do. I hate this. All right. So we've kind of, like, seen some stuff. I would like to get a turn where we could just, you know, get, like, 7 EGL orbs, 8 EGL orbs, see if we can get, like, some decent luck like that. You know, or, you know, just seeing, like, the full field. Obviously, we do have to get that ability activated at least once. So I'll cut right here. And I'll come back either if we can get a rotation of just, again, a nice amount of orbs. Rilldo does create the orbs, so, I mean, if we could just get some better luck with that. that would be good. And then, of course, if we could fall below 50% HP, I can't, on that last turn, Cell Max was like, oh, right here, like, I'm good. I'm not going to super attack slot 1 in this turn. Like, if he had, like, yeah, you got it. All right, we'll be back. We'll be back. I'm not having fun right here. But it's just GT boss. I see people coping, right? Like, the stupidest shit in the world maybe I'll ever see in life was I saw someone say, oh, Mega over Super Boo. Like, I don't know that we could possibly say something stupider than that. Like the GT bosses, man. Like, unfortunately, I would like to not go super crazy on, like, the team's argument, right? But unfortunately, I mean, Omega's kind of stuck on GT bosses because of his shitty design. So it's like, using Omega, this is the experience, right? I'm not the biggest Super Boo defender, but I mean, Super Boo, we could take him into Fusion Zamasu on the Fusion Zamasu team. And like, Boo, you know, he could put in work. Like, Omega, can he put in work? Yes, he can. But can Metal Rilldo? Can 55% LR GT Cell and Frieza? Right? Like, what about STR Super 17, the unit who is a loser most of the time? And apparently Rilldo is just a super attack magnet. I guess we could just take him off the team, because, I mean, he can't do nothing but get supered every second. So, I mean, if Cellmax supers us right here, we're dead, right? God damn it, dude. We're dying even against Cellmax. Don't super. You don't want to. Nah, you don't. No, okay. Oh, I guess I was too... No! Hey, baby, wait! Dude, stop it! No, don't do that! Oh, my God. All right, we should be good. Okay, so now we intentionally hold back. It's all good, because we intentionally hold back, and then... Oh, well, never mind, because remember, Cellmax is like a counter to the Giant Ape. Like it's you know, we're not even going to stop him from... Like, the super attack canceling effect of Great Apes and stuff like that doesn't work against this type of boss, right? So we don't have to worry about that. Bro, crazy. This has been a nut, dude. This is like the... I guess this is the 3rd video I've recorded today, but this is only the first showcase. This is going to be a... Bro, the next one we got to jump into has got to be, like, one of these easy-peasy lemon squeezy ones, right? Like, who is going to be mega easy? Maybe Tien? The Int Gohan? Physical Gohan? Pan? Kabe? Like, we got to do one of the good... One of the nice, easy-peasy ones after this. All right, so Rilldo is going to do that. Perfect. Okay. Let's see how Daddy looks with, you know, remember, we are, of course, on a 200% leader skill. I mean, damn, we could get a little bit more right there. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, let me talk... I guess I didn't talk enough about what Rildo's doing, but, I mean, we got a lot of footage of him, I guess, right? So this is probably the worst aspect of Rilldo right here, is his link set. Loyalty... Thirst for Conquest is a good link. Auto Regeneration. GT, that's another good link. Mechanical Menaces, Shocking Speed, Shouting Limit. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have waited until 22 minutes into this, but this is just like god-awful. Look at this. Auto Regeneration. Look at this link. Yeah, thanks, Dokkan. Thank you so much. So, terrible, terrible, terrible. Loyalty ain't gonna do us much better. I mean, I guess we could, if he's on a team somehow with, like, Ginyu, or, I guess Diaz and Cacao are a real option we could run. I guess, actually. I mean, if we're gonna do Piccolo Jr., like kind of like set up with Rilldo, I guess Diaz and Cacao we could try. The only thing is, like, you know, Rildo's not big bad bosses, and Diaz and Cacao are not big bad bosses, and then, you know, we start to, like, get a really unbalanced team with big bad bosses, which is bad for the big bad bosses characters, right? Like, these are things that we have to understand. That's actually probably one of the biggest things for this guy. Oh, by the way, Mechanical Menaces, let me not understate this link either. Sure wish Dr. Wheelo was the Dokkan Fest and not the Prime Battle LR right about now, huh? Yeah, great, great. But this guy, I wish he had big bad bosses. The Liquid Metal Rilldo, he does have BBB, big bad bosses. But unfortunately, this Rilldo doesn't. All right, so full field of orbs. Now, this is going to be pretty good about these characters. I do think a lot of them, yeah, look at that, man. 1.4 million defense right here. The thing about these characters doing this is incredible extreme value. Because they will change the whole field into the same type orbs. But in many situations, they will then be good enough with a field full of orbs to go in slot 1. Like, a lot of these supports, we can put them in slot 1 against even Physical Fusion Zamasu with a field full of orbs where they're getting 70% per orb. If Rilldo supers and then Physical Fusion Zamasu would super him, Rilldo would take double-digit damage from Physical Fusion Zamasu if Rilldo supers first. Like, it's just, it's, you know, these characters are good. Rilldo is a legitimate character added to the GT Bosses team. He is. It's, you know, if we get another 4 characters of Rildo's quality, GT Bosses will be solid. Because, again, Baby is good. What is that, 19 million? Baby is good. Omega is good. I mean, you know, and Rilldo is good. Okay, we got a double super. Nice. Okay. So, nice, solid turn. Oh, remember, this is... Okay, so I really should paint the whole picture here. So, we double supered, right? Keep in mind that that was guaranteed crit as well, because Rilldo gets the 10% chance to crit per AGL key sphere obtained. All of these supports have this ability, and it's not, there's no HP there is an HP restriction. There's no turn restriction on it. So by running these characters, you know, you're going to get this turn where they get the huge field of orbs. They're going to be pumping out 20 million attack stats, guaranteed crits. They're going to be full healing you too, right? It's just crazy. The value these characters give is crazy. These feel like characters in preparation for 9th anniversary power creep to me. These 60% supports. I would have to imagine that these characters are actually good enough that they are going to hang in there after whatever the anniversary power creep is. I'm very pleased with how good they made these characters, seriously. All right, so Rilldo certainly can look pretty good. I think with his support, his orb changing, the guard, that like full heal nuke ability turn. I mean, you know, if we had, if I had even reasonable normal person luck, I mean, you know, getting that off against one of these Dismal Future Red Zone fights, of course, is going to be very good. Again, with the reset, the guaranteed crit, like, I like what they gave these support characters, man. I like it a lot. So this is Fierce Focused Attack, Hyper Metal, or Meta Rilldo. Leader skills, Extreme AGL type key 4 and 150% to stats. Super attack is the Hyper Meta Rilldo Punch, which gives him 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme damage to the enemy, seal super, and lowers attack and defense. So, I mean, that is an exceptional super attack effect, right? He's doing a lot there. 50% stats, seal, attack debuff. I mean, you gotta like that. So that's definitely useful. Passive skill, General's Order. So he gives AGL type key 3 and 10% to stats. Then he gives an extra 50% to Extreme AGL. Then he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to AGL. He gets 50% attack and defense per key sphere. And then he gets 70% attack and defense per AGL key sphere, and then a 10% chance to crit per AGL key sphere as well. So that's why when we do that turn where we create the whole field of orbs, it is a guaranteed crit and a full heal. Like and they then have the capability, even without guard, they'd have the capability of tanking the biggest bosses slot 1. Man, like, it's going to be a crazy turn. Then, of course, he changes all key spheres to AGL key spheres if HP is 50% or less, and there's another 2 or more extreme class allies on the team. I suppose, I mean, definitely with, like, that GT Bosses team, we certainly could encounter an issue, right, where it's like, Rilldo would be in slot 1, he changed the whole field to AGL orbs, and then, like, Omega's in slot 2, and then all of a sudden we literally have an entire field of rainbow orbs, right? Like, that is something that certainly could happen. But if you're able to get those AGL orbs, he's really able to take advantage of it. Then he guards all attacks for 4 turns from the start of turn if there's another 3 AGL type characters on the team. Links are Loyalty, Thirst for Conquest, Auto Regeneration, GT, Mechanical Menaces, Shocking Speed, and Shouting Limit. Terrible link set, really bad. I mean, we have 3 completely dead links. It's just... it's tough. It's tough. That is definitely the big time weakness of the character. Now remember though, links don't mean quite as much for characters who are in a support role or potentially in a huge defensive role, which depending upon the situation, Rilldo could be both, right? So keep that in mind. 12 key multiplier, 145%. A little bit higher than kind of the usual. And then Rilldo, I mean, this is another one of his big weaknesses. It's kind of crazy, but Rilldo only has 3 categories, right? He's on Artificial Life Form. He's on Terrifying Conquerors. And then finally, he's on GT Boss. So Rilldo, I mean, there's not much opportunity to use this guy. He is definitely a substantial buff to the GT Bosses team, but I mean, yeah, guys, I mean, GT Bosses is not a competitive team at all. It's not competitive. So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time. Rilldo is good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He is a nice, needed buff for GT Bosses, but again, GT Bosses, they need 3 more Rildos to be a real team. You need 3 more characters of this quality to make GT Bosses a real team.